It's a vignette, really, a story about two characters who confront each other across a sliding glass door on the patio of a contemporary upscale home in Mission Beach. During the second or third year of a pandemic lockdown and the aftermath of a tactical nuclear attack on a military base in the area. I really wanted these characters to be locked down and to be completely isolated and have to make decisions within that social context.
So I am playing the role of Evan. The opera takes place in this near post-apocalyptic future, and Evan, the characters of the opera have been robbed of everything in their lives for different reasons and in different moments, but they have been left alone in a world that fell apart through not only the pandemic, which in this opera, the COVID-19 pandemic happened to, but also a war that followed it, and just the collapse of society itself. Evan is a character that is younger, had a lot of aspirations, but they were taken from them. So yeah, it's a very interesting character to play. It's also interesting in the aspect of there is never gender aspect to their experience. It's a character that is supposed to be ambiguous and relate to the audience from that perspective.
This is Evan's first aria, where they explain who they are, where they're from, and what they're about. Evan is a non-binary character who has been running with this skateboard gang in the aftermath of the nuclear event, trying to find food, trying to find water, just trying to exist. And so in this aria, they explain to Ruth who they really are, that they're not completely accepted and in fact have experienced some rejection from the rest of the members of the gang. But they also started med school, let's say at UCSD. They also had experience in a nursing home and hospitals and doctor's offices. I think to impress Ruth that they are perhaps a little bit more on a level of Ruth than she might think.
So many things are challenging about it. Nick loves to write really complex harmonies, so it's difficult to keep track of where the vocal lines should go every time. It usually takes turns that you wouldn't expect in most classical music. It also has really tricky rhythms, and all of them have meaning. It's never disconnected from the message of the piece, so you don't get to change as much as you would like to, or as you would get to in different genres of opera. So it is a lot of precision, it is a lot of vocal stamina, but it's also just fun because it's completely new. It's a very different kind of singing, and it's always fun to explore.
I'm really excited that the singer singing the role of Evan is Lucia Leon, who is a trans woman singing tenor. And opera audiences would most often think that a tenor is always a male. Not so. Opera audiences, however, are very familiar with the gender bending and sex exchange of roles that has happened since opera began. Male singers singing female roles and vice versa. And it's actually more common that mezzo-sopranos will sing a trouser role or a pants role, the role of a young man or a boy. Lucia's tenor voice is so beautiful and so perfect also for this non-binary character.
Well, I think one of the most interesting things about this piece is that it criticizes or showcases this really deep class divide and the dehumanization that comes with it from both sides. This lack of understanding of the other social class experience and what that leads to in terms of just lack of empathy and just seeing the other as an outsider, as someone that we cannot extend ourselves into. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. I'm Beth Accomando, and I love covering arts and culture for KPBS. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and subscribe button and share. Thanks.